A common sight in most major urban centres is the fixed gear bicycle or fixie. Stripped down to the minimum, many without brakes and with handlebars often merely consisting of a piece of alloy tube, they are commonly used as couriers who carry out their business at maximum speed, carving through traffic and pedestrians with little concern for either. Others are used year-round by Spartan all-weather commuters. Many participate in all manner of competitions demonstrating high levels of riding skill. Here, one of these has achieved a degree of somewhere between look mum no hands and look mum no face. However, most don't realise that they are not the original hipsters. At the turn of the 20th century and for some time thereafter, there was a large number of young people who disported themselves on similar fixed-gear bicycles. Fitted with large diameter tyres and usually brakeless, they were able to be operated on the many unpaved trails and paths which were predominant at the time. Possessed of an equal degree of antipathy to other road travellers, as their modern successors, they terrorised the streets and trails at maximum velocity. They were referred to as Scorchers, or more formally, as path racers. This is a fine example of a restored 1919 machine. In recent years, several manufacturers have revived the mystique of these simple and rugged bicycles. Ant Bicycles, ANT, has produced several designs, of which these are two. Ibis Bicycles also built 100 of these attractive machines, whilst the larger British Pashley company currently produces the Governor in quantity. This is less basic as it features drum brakes and a choice of single or three-speed options, both featuring free wheels. Nevertheless, it's a fine bicycle and increasingly used by long-distance riders. I was very intrigued and wondered if my well-used Nishiki Fixie, which has been operated frequently for the past 7 years, could be converted into a Scorcher lookalike. Firstly, I bought a pair of white Schwab Delta Cruiser 700x35mm tyres, same as fitted to the Governor. You can already see some signs of off-road usage here. I then fitted a Nitto moustache bar. This is based on a 100-year-old plus design of the 1900s, but still in production. The mounted hardware, the water bottle cage mount and 18-ounce clean canteen was obtained from Velo Orange, who cater very well to this retro market. Here's a shot of the business end of one of the two Tektro brake units, the other end of which had two 1980 vintage Campinola levers. This combination gives remarkably powerful but progressive braking. I don't know where the cotton came from. As we bypass the other lever, we come to the pièce de résistance. Again from Velo Orange, a magnificent vintage-style bell, the penetration tone of which will clear the way for about 50 metres ahead. The Shimano 324 double-sided pedals are fixed to a Campi Veloci crank with a 42-tooth ring. The chain is Wipperman, featuring a slotted link for easy removal. The sprocket has 16 teeth. Both hubs are Michi Primato Lace2 Mavic CXP33 rims. Now this is a really good setup. Here's a shot of the matching front hub. And here is the TA bottom bracket. A very convenient bag, again courtesy of Velo Orange, is mounted behind the Brooks B17, which of course is essential on this type of bicycle. The bag is spacious enough to accommodate all the on-bike requirements, including a park wheel wrench and patch kit, an inner tube, a toe peak race rocket HP pump which works amazingly well, a toe peak multi-tool and a set of tyre levers. Finally, something I was really lucky to get away with. Note the minuscule 1mm or so clearance between the tyre and the seat tube. This tight clearance also exists between the tyre and the chainstays. In fact, it was necessary to centre the tyre exactly to prevent rub, but happily, as you see, the wheel does run freely. Okay, well that just about completes the build. Let's take it out of the work stand and see what it looks like, and then we'll take it out on the street. When I first brought the bike out here and propped it against the curb, it seemed to be so excited it seemed almost as though it wanted to go for a ride by itself. However, it seems to need to work on its balance a bit, and so it was not to be. Apart from the tight racing geometry of the original Nishiki frame, I think that it does bear some resemblance to a real Scorcher. I've already ridden about 150 kilometres on the bike in this configuration and found it to be extremely comfortable and pleasant to ride. Even the moustache bars that I've previously had reservations about seem to suit this frame and configuration admirably. Well, that's about all there is to say. Unfortunately, due to the vagaries of the winter weather, riding has been curtailed for the present. When the snow is gone, I'm really looking forward to putting some longer distances in, and maybe even doing a bit of off-road scorching, just like the old days.